Welcome to This Is Important, a production of iHeartRadio, the show where we only talk about what is most obviously very crucially important. Today on This Is Important...
I'm gonna wait till they knock on my door. I'm gonna show them my Dangerfield.
You don't watch High School Musical or Game of Thrones. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, cut his dick off again, you fool.
I just accidentally chored him. Let's go.
And
that one was dope.
Back.
What up?
Our synchronized clap, that was the best one I've ever seen in my life.
Hell yeah, good job.
A lot of people probably don't know that we synchronize clap before every podcast, and I think that was our best one. I agree with you, Durs. I think that was one of our best synchronized claps. Good work.
Little peek behind the curtain.
Yeah, inside baseball there, huh? You guys probably don't even understand what we're saying. It's just like a whole nother world.
The podcast.
Yeah, it's just clapping.
Medium.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And that's it. Yes,
Can you
sir.
hear that? Can you guys hear my board by any chance?
Let me see.
Yeah, we're here at Blake, and it's firing all.
It's not, it could be louder. It could be louder.
Yeah, I turned it up. That's Saving Silverman right there.
That's Jackie Black. That's Jackie Blackie.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any Jackie Joyner or Kersey?
Anything?
No.
Some quotables? Does she have some quotables?
I guarantee she does.
Do you have any Jackie? No Jackie?
I need to get her, because she is great in Ladybugs. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie in a while. Very inappropriate. Does not translate well to nowadays.
Was she on
but
227? Right?
I don't know. I only know her from Ladybugs.
I had
That's
a thing for Jack Hay.
What was the premise of Ladybugs? Break it down for us, Blakey.
Ladybugs was about Rodney Dangerfield really wanted to date this lady, but her son kind of didn't approve of it, but he kind of was like, yo, if I make you like a soccer star on this girls team, will you let me date your mom? Something like that.
And is the mom Jack Hay?
No, Jack A is the assistant coach of the Ladybugs, the soccer team in which Rodney Dangerfield coaches, the girls soccer team.
Wait, how does that track though? Rodney Dangerfield was like, look, if I'll make you a star on this girls soccer team, and that's how I'm going to get your approval?
I want to say maybe it's Jonathan Brandis, R.I.P.
Yeah.
He's the soccer
R.I.P.
star. I think he wants to kind of hook up with the star of the girls soccer team, so that's his way of getting her attention. I can't. It's fuzzy, but it's just like a lot of Rodney Dangerfield wanting to fuck his daughter jokes. It's very weird.
And you don't think that this would hold up? Why?
Yeah, it's kind of like fertile ground. It's like, nobody's touching that lane right now. I feel like, it might be fresh.
Yeah, that's a fresh lane, a freshly laid pavement.
She's gonna give you ladybugs. Like, how many times did he do that joke? And they're like, Rodney, no, can't do that.
We did it. Yeah.
This is a kid's movie. It's a kid's movie, isn't it?
Woke up with ladybugs.
I really feel like Rodney Dangerfield was one of a kind. I want to hear some like inside stories about him, because the few that I've heard were just crazy. Like absolutely
Well, he would always
crazy.
expose himself. That was the thing.
Really? That's real, babe?
He had like word on the street is, allegedly.
Right.
He had just a giant monster, just a python.
The danger.
And trapped in them denims. And he would like open up the dressing room door when they're like, Rodney, 5 minutes till showtime. And he'd open it up and be like, oh, hey, no respect. Or whatever. Thank you, 5.
Hey, thank you 5. Maybe thank you 7.
Was he exposing himself purposely, or was he like,
Is 7 inches big to you, Blake?
That's huge. That's huge.
Am I heard? Am I being heard?
Yeah, I got you, Anders.
You're being hurt. You're being hurt, Durs. I'm sorry.
You're
Go
being
ahead.
hurt. You're being hurt. Yeah.
Your feelings are hurt.
Was he exposing himself, or was he just like in the NBA locker room, there are women reporters in the locker room. That was like a big thing because...
Well, not anymore. There's not.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's no reporters in the locker rooms anymore.
Oh.
I guess that's cool. But at one point, women were in there and guys were just like changing and they were exposing themselves. Like, so was this his locker room, or was this like his move where he's like, I'm going to wait till they knock on my door. I'm going to show them my Dangerfield.
Well,
He probably rode right there in the gray area, He's like,
I remember hearing it was like his balls were always out. Like he had long balls.
how do you have your balls out without your dick out?
You want to see?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Was
just
it?
how does what are the mechanics of that?
We've covered this.
We did that on Workaholics.
Yeah,
We've
it's
done
called.
that.
Well, I know. You put your balls out through the zipper, but you think he just threw it. That's what he was doing. He just threw his long balls out the.
No,
out the
I
zip?
think they hung. I think Kyle's just, you're being coy. You just wanted me to, not going to happen. Okay.
What?
You can also do. Don't they call it the fruit basket, where you like kind of
Right.
pull your nuts through the back of your legs and then just kind of have like them sitting at the bottom of your butt crack, little fruit
Yeah.
basket.
Yes, that's
Sure,
a thing.
sure.
You want to see it? You want to see me? I can demonstrate.
Go for
We
it.
would love to
This
see it.
is.
This is important.
You're saying you can demonstrate, but I don't think that you are actually going to do it. So, yeah, I'd love to see
I
it.
don't know if legally I can.
Yeah, you can.
I don't understand the mechanics of it. So if you could show it to me, that'd be great.
Sheriff Devine says you're good.
Legally, you can. Yeah, for sure. She
Oh,
says sure.
We got a sure. On
Producer
the chat.
Anna says sure. We can see it.
Anna, you
All
pervert.
right, hold on 1 second. Let me see. All right, let me see.
Are we going to get some kiwis? We're going to bite these kiwis whole or
Let me-
what?
I eat the skin.
Actually, I feel like I just took a shower and it was cold, so like my balls are kind of really close, like hugging my body.
Oh.
Okay.
So what? You can't stretch them back? What's
I'm
up?
trying.
A lot of people, when they take showers, their balls like sort of hang low.
Elongate,
because they're-
yes.
Yeah, 'cause
This was a
it's-
cold shower. I took a cold shower.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Kind of.
Okay, here he goes. He's showing us the butt. We got the best. The best butt.
Well, we just see your ass.
There it is.
No, it was a side. It was a side. Well, okay.
It was a side.
well, laugh.
Well, that was great. They look like two, and those looked really soft and shaved. Do you shave your nuts?
Well,
shave
you
your nuts?
guys know I'm not a very hairy guy,
Right.
other than my head.
Yo, your
Sure.
nuts looked like they were holding their breath. They were hella pink.
Yeah.
They were like
I ain't scared of you, motherfucker.
going past the
They were
graveyard in the car.
Going under a tunnel trying to make a wish. Yeah, man, I wasn't prepared. All right, sorry.
Hey, big ups for doing that, bro. Good
Thanks,
job,
man.
man. Yeah,
Thanks.
no, it was cool. You followed through.
I did not think you were going to do it, Blake. I thought you were
man.
going to put the whole thing through. I thought it was going to be dick and balls, but you promised balls, and balls were delivered.
I was
So-
looking for a hello.
If you do just the balls out the back, that's the fruit basket. What if you take the dick
I think
and
it
the
is
balls
a-
and pull them?
I
Well,
thought
that's a
all of it
banana.
was I thought it was all because it's a banana and yes.
And then a few plums,
Berries.
Oh, now it makes
berries.
sense to me.
peaches.
Adam,
Yeah.
I love when we hit the same wavelength.
We're always hitting the
We're like,
same
and it's the banana, yeah, and then the orange and the apple. Yeah,
So the question
Correct.
is if Rodney Dangerfield was doing what Blake just did in his trailer every time the AD opened up the door,
Right.
Because that would be insane. He's bent over with his nuts out.
I mean,
Well, it's like anything. It's like it didn't happen every time. That's a lot to ask of a person to just be prepared to show your dick every time. But
Right.
a handful of times, that's all it takes to grow the legend.
right, and maybe
Right.
that's why he didn't get any respect.
And that's what he calls his dick. That must be.
They're like, I get no respect. Everyone's like, well, yeah, you keep showing your nuts and your dick.
You're showing your dick to everybody.
You're not really asking for respect,
Yeah.
Rodney. You're just complaining about it, and you're not garnishing.
You're not
respect
doing
from us.
anything to
know.
demand it.
That's it. Rest in peace. Let's give him his flowers.
Hey, flowers to Rodney.
Speaking of giving flowers, Conan O'Brien's last night on
Yeah,
television
wow.
is tonight.
Yep.
And we,
All
a few
right.
episodes back, we gave him flowers. I feel maybe we give him some more flowers. We don't have to talk about him because we
Is
did. but
Jackie B
flowers.
the last? Jackie B's the last guest, right? Is that right?
Jackie Joyner,
Jackie
Jackie Joyner Kersey.
Jackie Black.
Jackie Black.
Oh,
Jackie
okay.
Black.
Okay, I thought we were still talking about Jackie, and I was like, that would be a weird last guess.
She is the final guess.
Coming back to coming to
Hey,
Yeehaw.
Conan.
Yeah, people are starting to say because we mentioned McAfee. McAfee died. We gave Conan his flowers.
We haven't given Conan his flowers, but we will.
We gave Conan his flowers. Now he's off air. I'm starting to think our podcast might be kind of like a "Are You Afraid of the Dark" episode, where it's like
Right.
whoever we mention goes off the air or dies.
Okay.
Whoa,
Right.
that's a lot of power.
I'll be honest. I was kind of stoked that we gave Conan his due before it was like announced. Now everyone's like, here's a picture of me with him. I was there when. I love him. It's like, well, we did that without him announcing anything.
Yep.
So we're better.
We just love them. Yeah.
So we're better. So it is about us.
Better humans, we rock. We are the best.
We actually won as far as like the contest of giving flowers. We gave the best flowers. They
Right.
were the
Yes,
freshest
yes.
flowers.
Yes.
The people that are like sort of posting photos with Conan now, those are like old wilted flowers that are gross and stinky.
Right. Those are like funeral flowers. Ours were like,
Yeah.
surprise, here's some flowers.
Yeah, ours are birthday flowers.
Yeah.
Oh, even better than birthday. You're right. They are just because.
They're just because we love you. And, you know, I'd like to give us flowers for giving those flowers unsolicited.
So if you are a comic or an actor that posted with Conan about his last day, fuck you.
Fuck
okay?
you. Yeah, you're going to hell.
Fuck you. You're rotting in hell, you piece of shit. You made his last day about you. It's about Conan, and we did that weeks and weeks ago. Fuck you.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
being
Then we
said,
brought
I might post something.
Then
Yeah,
we brought it back around and made it about us. So, like, then
Well,
we did it.
I kind of helped and made sure we didn't do that a little bit. Just a little bit. Because it is about us now. Now it is.
I for sure Googled Conan in the bear coat because he did put it on when I visited him, and I was going to post it, but there just wasn't a really good pic. But
Oh, wait. There wasn't a good pick?
no, not really, which
So
sucks.
that's why you didn't do it.
Yeah, no, I would have done it. I would have done it if the pic was good.
I might do it in like a week and be like, evidently I missed the boat. Evidently it was Conan's last week. Sorry. I actually stopped watching a while ago, but I used to
You
watch
keep it
quite a
too
bit.
real? Yeah.
I used to watch quite a bit, and here's some photos of me and him.
Look at him or don't. It's fine.
Look at him or don't.
Yeah.
Don't care, but I am gonna leave them here. So
Right. He's already off the air. So
please like.
Right.
Yeah. I wonder what he's gonna do now. I mean, admittedly, Conan does rule, but sorry, Blake, Conan. He rules. I wonder what he's gonna do now. Did he?
Conan does
I hope
rule,
he.
too.
I hope he's going to be like, I'm going to be a dramatic actor. Like he has some shit lined up. Like Scorsese has him in his next film, and
Right.
Conan is
saying
like,
corpse. Yeah, he's saying corpse.
The Departed 2 for some cops.
yeah, he's just a Boston cop.
With late night show people, like they always have to play themselves in movies. Has any of them ever done like a movie where they got to play a character, like where Jay Leno was just a guy who worked at Blockbuster or something
Well,
like
Jay
that?
Leno was in some movies before, and I think he was. I think he would even
Yeah.
say that he wasn't like a great actor.
Right.
Right.
Well, producer Anna is saying that he's a deal with HBO Max to do something. We don't know.
Something.
Here's what I want. You know he's like cousins with Dennis Leary,
Who
right?
is?
Conan.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Conan is cousin with Dennis Leary?
I remember that from like the deep part of the back.
I
brain.
want them to get together and do an Odd Couple remake.
Wow.
Yuck.
One of them's neat and tidy. The other one's a little messy. And then, you know, somebody's got to clean up. Somebody's got to clean up.
And I hope it's Conan's the one that's messy, and Dennis Leary just beats the shit out of him.
Turn
And that's
it
the
on its
episode. It's kind of
ear.
an R-rated
Right.
Odd Couple. It's kind of
HBO.
like tough. Yeah, it's HBO. It's edgy. It's not TV.
Just a guy who comes home and beats his roommate's ass because he didn't do the dishes. That's
Right.
kind of weird. I'm
Right.
down
That's
for
like that one storyline in Game of Thrones. Didn't really watch it, but I just remember there was one thing where like a guy was tied up and he kept getting like his dick cut off and like beaten.
Whoa. What's up? He kept getting his dick cut off?
And then the guy came back and he was like, "Hey,
Son, where'd you find
you can
this?
leave." And then like maybe there was like a girl he brought. He's like, "You can fuck this girl," and he was like, "What?" And he's like, "Just kidding. We're cutting your dick off."
Cut your dick off again.
That's all I remember from that show.
Wait, how do you cut your dick off multiple times? How's that
Yeah.
going down?
Well, they re-sew it back on.
Oh, you see, like.
Well, did you guys not watch Game of Thrones, Kyle and Blake?
No.
I watched like the last 2 episodes.
What?
I've seen a frame. But I
Well,
have
I mean,
not
here's the
watched it.
question: why not? It truly is one of the best
it's not.
shows
No, it's
that has
not.
ever been produced.
not.
It is.
I'll tell you why
It
not.
is.
The names were too hard for me to follow. I never knew who we were talking
sure.
about.
Corinthians,
Yeah.
Damascus,
Corinthians, Tyrarian. It was just too much. I didn't know who anybody was talking about.
I couldn't tell the white people with beards apart for sure.
Yeah, there's hella characters, huh? There's hella characters.
And one of them keeps getting his dick cut
guys,
off.
but Blake and Kyle specifically, Anders usually hates most things, and I do understand this. It's very popular. I get that you wouldn't like it.
No, look, I watched the first season like live as it aired, and I was like, couldn't get into it. Then everybody watched the finale, and I was like, I guess I gotta fucking circle back. And I watched 3 seasons, and it felt like homework. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. The coolest shit was when the redhead got killed, and I was like, oh damn. Otherwise, didn't care about anything.
I don't give a fuck.
But when that guy got his dick cut off,
multiple times.
Here's my question. Here's my question to Blake and Kyle.
What?
You guys like Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering and shit like that? This is the version of it that you could just sit and watch.
I just reach a point where I miss enough of it, and I don't want to go do the fucking homework, so I just don't do it.
But what do you do when you are you're in Canada, you're shooting the show, you're all by yourself for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks at a time?
He eats.
What do you do when you're just eating? You can eat and watch television.
Uber Eats. I like to watch reality TV about cars and stuff.
he hangs his clothes on his rower.
Yeah.
Damn. Reality TV?
I like to watch car reality TV. Yeah, I dig it. Like where they rebuild cars and stuff. It's cool.
Okay.
What shows are you watching real quick? Just shout them out real quick. What do they like if you don't know the title?
I don't know. Rust to Riches, I think, is one of them that I dig.
Riches.
What was the other one that I watched a ton of? It had this. They're flowers. Go to Rust to Riches. Good job on the cars. I can't remember the other one. The other one's tight, but I'll remember it later.
Top Gear?
No.
I don't think people are gonna go back to give Game of Thrones its flowers. I think it'll be like Dynasty.
Okay.
Like those shows where you're like, remember how we all were like, who shot JR? But like no one's rewatching Dynasty. No one gives a fuck.
That's that's a deep pull. The Dynasty but that's like that show really sucked, right? That's just a soap opera.
So is Game of Thrones. It's a fucking soap
No,
opera.
wait, hold
with
on,
dragons.
Adam. Because Adam, you are correct. I am the guy who would like Game of Thrones, and I will say that I saw some episodes that were absolute game changers that I would put up against Lord of the Rings movies, and I say they were better. Like there was one episode where the whole shit was just this battle at like the wall, and that episode was a fucking game changer. I loved
you
it.
Didn't keep watching because
Well, the thing is that then the next 6 would be all the names again, and I couldn't follow that stuff. I like the big trolls.
I like that Blake is just admitting he's too dumb to keep up with the storyline of Game of Thrones. He's like, I would like it, but there's like a lot of characters and stuff. So, I mean, I get it, but here's the thing. It was the biggest hit in television since ever. It was like the biggest show.
How many seasons was it?
I want to say 6 or something. So,
6?
I mean, I think you guys are in the minority when you think this.
Yeah,
And when you
100%.
say it.
for sure.
Okay.
We're not cheap. Yes, we're not cheap. Yep. Okay.
I think it was a really great show. There's some super dope episodes, but like overall, yeah, it was just I didn't want to pay attention that hard, I guess.
Yeah, counterculture forever, dude. If it's hot, I'm fucking running the other way, dog.
Nice. What a cool way to live.
You know, I used to be that way. I was very much like, oh, if everybody likes it, I don't like it. I think a large portion of my life, like a good example was like the Beatles. I was like, I will never like the Beatles. The Beatles fucking suck. Everybody likes the Beatles. And then one day, my homie's like, well, take a listen to these songs I handpicked for you. And I was like, oh, shit. And I found my way to the Beatles through like John Lennon. I'm like, whoa, this dude was deep. Now, shit, I love the Beatles. I fuck with Wings now all the way, dude.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
like,
Yeah.
there's no reason to just be a hater just because other people like shit. I think that's
I think it starts as like the counterculture, and then it goes into it's too much work. It's too much homework. You miss it, and then it's like, fucking A, man, I have to watch 6 seasons of hour-long episodes with all these characters and names and shit. That's homework. That's real work.
But it's also I also just didn't find it as enjoyable as I found it boring. Right? Like there's and that's a TV thing, right? Budget wise, although it had a crazy budget, but like pace wise, it's like slow for 20 minutes, crazy thing happens, slow for 20 minutes, crazy thing happens, slow for 20 minutes, and it ends on a crazy thing. And I just didn't connect.
I will say that, you know, I followed the last season fairly closely, and then
A lot of titties.
there were a lot of titties, a lot of fucking bro.
Some dicks, too. Some dicks.
Yeah. couple dicks.
Got him cut off.
I mean, Adam, would you be willing to admit that the last episode, or like the way it ended, was not super?
I loved how it ended. I
You
actually
you loved it.
Yeah, I really
He's
liked it.
counterculture.
Are you kidding me?
And I'm in the minority there, is everyone disliked it. I fucking thought it was tight. I love that she just went fucking nuts and burned everything. to the
Hey,
ground.
what if I watch this?
Yeah,
Whoa.
Hey, sorry, man. Sorry,
What if
buddy.
come on, don't spoil it for me.
It didn't pull out, and it was like the collar on the cat, like Men in Black. That didn't happen at the end of it. Okay. It was like a galaxy inside of the cat's collar.
So tight.
I do not know that reference.
You don't know the Men in Black reference?
Slide in his DMs with the cat's collar reference.
Okay, you need to stop watching 7 seasons of Game of Thrones and watch one movie of Men
Yeah,
in Black,
Men
because
in
that
Black.
shit's a game changer.
We've established that my memory is like Snapchat. It's just I'll watch something, I'll like it, and immediately forget it. Now, could I tell you the plot of Game of Thrones? I could watch Game of Thrones all the way through, end it, start it again, watch it all the way through, and still like it just the same because I won't remember what's about to happen.
Maybe I'll jump back in it.
I won't know. I won't know.
Should I jump
rewatched
back
so
in it,
many-
Adam?
Jump back in it, man. I'll watch. I'll go.
You don't remember it? You
Yeah.
don't remember the moves at all? Like no twists or turns or what the fuck is going
So
on?
wait, so when I asked you if you like the end, you said like you.
No, I remember the end because that was like a sticking point for people when people were like, "Oh, I fucking hated it," and I was like,
Right.
"I actually kind of liked it. I thought it was cool." It's what no one thought was going to happen, and then they were like, "This is what's happening."
The dragon girl farted, and they were like,
Dragon
it's just
Girl
like,
farted.
I'm so
and,
embarrassed. End the show.
The whole city just went up in flames. Everyone died.
Right.
She farts
It's
flames.
flammable.
So
Khaleesi, man.
flammable.
Even I know that name is Khaleesi, bro.
Aren't people like naming their kids Khaleesi?
no, that was the thing. Is like people named their kids Khaleesi, and then she ended up being like the villain of the show, like a total lunatic psychopath who is drunk
And
with
the
power.
spoilers
God
continue.
damn it, dude. I haven't seen any of this and you're just
and
fucking
you
it
don't
for me.
want to. So fuck you, Kyle.
You just took it from me, man. You fucking me, man.
Hey, and you didn't want it.
You took
So,
that
yeah, I
from me,
took it.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Well, I
did.
said I didn't want it, but you
I know.
took it from me. All right.
It's subjective. She's not truly the villain. Come on, it depends. With Game of Thrones, it depends what side you're on. All right,
Right,
Kyle?
right.
So you decide if.
So
she's
if
the
Rodney
villain, okay?
Dangerfield was in the show, would he be a good guy or bad guy? I don't know.
Yeah, if he exposes his nut basket every time the AD
Did-
opens the door by accident, is he a bad guy?
Dorpheus showed me his fruit basket. He's evil. We must storm at once.
Well, cut his dick off again, you fool.
I already cut it. There's a nub there. You can shave it down,
His dick
motherfucker.
keeps growing back.
Who's that writer, by the way, who's like, in this episode I pitched we could put a couple thumbs up his butthole, but like then like a hot pipe in his butthole, and everyone's like, yeah, that's bad. Let's put that in.
Yeah, Greg. Yeah, okay.
I got another pitch for the guy
Yeah, Greg.
whose dick we cut off.
What's that, Greg?
We cut his tendons off and like
Okay.
out of his body, and then like tie it to some naked chicks, but then they like run away and like tear his tendons off, but their titties are flopping.
Okay, Greg. God, these ideas are great. I just wish I didn't let Greg watch my cat when I was out of town.
I got a pitch where we switch his balls with his eyes, and we like put his eyes in his nutsack, and then his nuts in his eye socket.
And then we like pour hot gold all over his face, so he's like
Yeah.
stuck like that, like a statue, dude.
Yeah. Have you done this, Greg? What? No.
Nuts in his eyes?
Yeah.
And then you fucking like microwave the hamster. They're like,
bet-
there's
we-
no microwave in Game of Thrones, dude.
Oh fuck.
Oh fuck. Okay, that's the one idea that we didn't like, Greg. But keep them coming, buddy. You're crushing it.
No doubt.
Keep it up.
It's cool to be here.
Thank you for letting me be here.
I got a whole notebook full of these pitches from the 90s.
It's just the president of HBO's dumb stepson.
Right.
Yo. Hey guys, check
Go
it
take
out.
a break. I'm going to tell my dad. Okay. All right. Let's hear another pitch.
All right, gold eyeballs. Cut his dick off again. Great call.
Hey, did you guys know that Jeffrey Dahmer Jeffrey Dahmer, serial killer.
Yes.
My twin.
He drilled in people's heads, and then he poured. McBride was telling me this. He poured fucking orange juice in people's heads he wanted to turn them into zombies.
What?
That was like his thing.
Orange juice. I don't know about the orange juice detail, but he would for sure draw small, lobotomize his victims before he would murder them. Like,
is that nice or is that mean? I guess that's nice, right? Because they don't know. Then they don't know what's happening.
yeah. Well,
You guys are just so negative. I'm trying to be positive.
Wait,
The nicest thing would be to not murder them.
yeah, just go have coffee with them.
But then if you are going to murder someone, you shoot them right in the head. You just murder them.
So he's
not.
lobotomizing them, so they don't know what's happening. At least,
But they still feel things.
they don't know. But they don't know.
No, this is not good.
I remember when I used to really, I don't know. I'm not still obsessed with serial killers.
What's up?
But my aunt used to have this encyclopedia of serial killers at her house. And when I was really young, I would always go to her.
How's she doing these days?
She's great. She loves her cats. She loves me. It's all fine. She has a pool. She's an awesome person. But this book was like the encyclopedia of serial killers. And those books always have 10 pages of crime scene photos.
Pictures in the middle.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was strangely addicted, and it would scare the fuck out of me, but I was strangely addicted to looking at those photos.
Whoa.
I love it.
I do remember you reading that a lot. You used to carry it around in your backpack, didn't you?
It is weird when people are too into serial killers. So that is
Well,
weird,
isn't that
I
us as a
find.
culture? Look at all the fucking serial killer material that's out there. We're all obsessed now.
Because I was sitting in the trailer this week and I was watching interrogations of killers.
Yes.
And I was like, why do I like this? But you know what I think it is? I think it's the criminal psychology of it all. It's trying to figure out why these people's brains work this way. What drives this person to do this. It's not necessary. I mean, the crime scene photos, I don't know how that goes back to that.
You're
Maybe
just
it's
look at all this blood.
Yeah, you're trying to immerse yourself. You try to put yourself in that place, and you're
makes it real.
yeah, all this blood and all this shit. The one I was listening to the other day was this dude named Tyler or whatever. He was this dude who straight up he killed his mom and dad.
Blake Anderson, detail oriented. His name is
killed
Tyler or whatever.
He's from United States of someplace.
I should have had it on deck, but he killed his mom and dad with a hammer because they wouldn't let him have a house party. But he put their bodies back in their room and stacked everything that had blood on it in it, and then posted on Facebook, "Come to my house. There's a party tonight," and had a rager till 4 a.m. with his 2 dead parents in the bedroom.
Still gonna send
kicking
it.
Was he was Tyler Hadley is what Anna is saying. Producer
Yes,
Anna
Tyler
says
Hadley.
Tyler Hadley, crazy Tyler Hadley. Well, that is. I mean, was that a way to get away with the murder and be like, oh, I had a party, I don't know what happened. Someone must have killed my parents at my big party.
Yeah, I think he still was gonna send it.
You're a stupid dumbass.
Yeah, no.
Tyler had issues.
Yeah. Was it called dissociation at that point where you're just out of body and you're I'm just handling this? It didn't happen.
Well, I guess what had happened is he took 3
What had happened was
3 pills of ecstasy and he was out of his mind, but he was just a troubled kid. He was
I mean, for sure, I've been on ecstasy, and the last thing I've ever thought about doing is murdering someone with a hammer.
not someone, both your parents.
Right.
Both your parents.
Who were probably
Super
can you
terrifying.
just throw it tomorrow? And he was like, fuck that.
Fuck that, it's tonight. I already told everybody.
He's on too much ecstasy. Yeah.
There's a good show on Netflix that whatever. There's a scripted show where they interview
It's Mindhunter,
serial
right?
Mindhunter. Yes.
Mindhunter.
Yeah, it was season 1 was pretty great.
Yeah, is that show coming back?
It came
that
back
show
for
was cool.
season 2. Season 2 was fine.
I saw season 2, but that was a while ago. I want to say that was before pandemic. So they should. I wonder if pandemic shut them down, and that's why we're
Well, who made that? Didn't Fincher make that?
Yes, that's
I think
right.
it's Fincher. Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
D. Finch.
Is it based on real serial killers or is it?
Yeah, so basically there's a point in the FBI like in the 70s or maybe early 80s where they were like, hey, we want to interview serial killers to find out why they do it so we can catch people that haven't been caught yet. And everyone's
much like you when you were reading that book.
Right,
Blake.
you pervert.
Yeah, it's noble. Yeah.
So everyone is basically they're up against everybody who's like, what are you, fucking crazy? We don't want to give these people a platform to talk. Like, they're locked up. Fuck them. But they were like, the end game is, sure, these guys get to talk and come out of their cells, but then we get to stop people from getting murdered in the future. So it's pretty good. And the actors they got as the killers are fucking awesome.
Scary as shit.
They're really good.
Do you think they got a part for Conan O'Brien? Because he could maybe play a cool serial killer.
I would love to see Conan playing as this cool serial
So
killer.
believable.
Just shave his head.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, shaved head would be wild.
Yeah.
Blake, if you got a role as like a crazy serial killer, would you? And they're like, but we want him bald. Would you shave your head? What would it take for you to shave your head?
Shave, not just a haircut. 2 bits.
This is a shaved head situation. Woke has gone 7 seasons. You're already done with Woke, okay?
Right.
I'll tell you what, if I'm in this southern heat long enough, I might shave my damn head. I'll tell you right now.
Oh, my gosh.
God damn. It's hot as hell. I got a sweaty back of my neck, dude.
You are funny.
Okay, but now you're deflecting.
Yeah.
What would it take? What would it take?
Yeah, this is a great question. What would it take to cut your hair? This is a great question.
Not cut your hair.
Shave your fucking head.
I mean, it would be a bit of an identity crisis for me. I would do it for a role, though. I would.
Why don't you cry about it?
Grows back.
about it? Thank you, God.
How long would it take you to grow your hair back? 2.5, 3 years?
I have no idea. I mean,
You would never, because it would go through that weird phase that you went through when we lived together, where it just was like a little mushroom top.
You can get back through it. The Guarini phase.
Yeah. Yes. Where you just look like Corbin Blue, like for like 2 years straight.
Corbin Blue. Who's that?
I don't know.
He was the kid from High School Musical.
Tight.
Wow,
Nice
Durs,
pull.
don't act like you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know about Corbin Blue,
Oh,
dude.
I never saw High School Musical either.
Okay, so first of all, hang on. You don't watch Game of Thrones? You don't watch Game of Thrones and High School Musical?
No, dude.
What are you guys watching, man? You gotta watch the good stuff.
Fair enough.
What are you guys investing in? Car shows and swimming? Jesus Christ.
You don't watch High School Musical or Game of Thrones. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, at least I seen Men in Black, okay?
I've seen
Oh,
I've seen Men in Black.
At least I seen
This
Men
dude
in
brought a
Black,
gun to a
bro.
knife fight.
All right.
Hey,
All right.
yeah,
No
I've
more
seen it,
Mr.
though.
Knife Guy.
Adam just got seated. He's like, okay, all right, fine.
I've seen it.
Fuck it.
I've seen it. I don't remember the last part where you were looking underneath a cat's collar. I don't remember.
You don't remember
You don't
that?
remember when they zoom out and the entire universe is just in a marble that's in a on a cat's collar, and you're like, oh fuck, dude.
No, I probably left the theater to go watch Austin Powers again. That's probably what I did.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that's tight. I would.
I see
It's
you.
like, if I leave 15 minutes early, I could catch Austin. I could catch all of Austin Powers. So
I can get the mini-me reveal again.
I make this shit look good.
yeah, baby, yeah.
Thank you,
Just
Anders.
the two of us. Damn.
Do I make you horny, baby?
How many Men in Blacks are there? How many High School Musicals are there? Because I would love to put the franchises up against each other.
Oh, like a versus? Are we doing a versus?
I want a battle royal High School Musical versus MIB.
No, here's the real thing. If we could set them up with a Triller Fight Club, and it could be High School Musical versus Men in Black. Men in Black has Tommy Lee Jones, pretty old.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but he whoops some A.
You don't think he can fight still?
No, I don't. The man's like,
Tommy Lee Jones whoops A.
dude, he used to whoop A. He's a $140. He's 80 years
Well,
old.
wait, are we talking? We're talking right now. Oh, I thought we were talking about when he was agent. What was his agent name? He's Agent Lee.
I
Is it
thought you
Agent Lee?
watched the movie.
No, they're letters, dude. They're letters. Agent K, Agent. You erased their whole name.
Right. No need for fingerprints. Right.
He's got him and Will Smith, right? And it would be versus Zac Efron and Selena Gomez.
No, Will
and
Smith
Corbin
and Tommy
Blue.
Lee.
Well, let's go Corbin Blue. We'll go Corbin.
Here's the one thing I know about
I
High School Musical is that there's somebody named Sharpay, and that shit's tight.
There's a human being named Sharpay?
Isn't like the white blonde girl's name Sharpay?
Fuck if I know.
Bro.
I honestly was just faking the funk. I've never seen the movies, but
I'm telling Zach, dude, you're in trouble now.
I think it'd be okay with it.
Adam, you're all over the place right now, man.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
trying to
sorry.
track you, dude, but you're lying so
Hey,
much.
keep up.
Sorry, dude. You better keep.
What is real? What is real with you guys?
Kyle, so you're watching car shows. What kind of scripted TV are you tuning in for?
Oh man, nothing.
Nothing.
Honestly, nothing. I'm just
Yeah.
watching movies right now.
What
That's
movie?
it.
What movie? I want to hear about it.
Well, I went on a big Duplass Brothers indie run
Yep.
before making the indie movie, just to kind of,
Yep.
see what the
To copy them.
and
to
steal their
copy
stuff.
to see what the bar was at exactly.
Yeah, cool.
Weirdo or Freak or what's that one called? I love that one.
Creep.
Creep. That
Creep,
one's
dude.
fucking great.
I would love.
I didn't see
to
the
make
sequel,
a movie
though.
as simple as that. Neither did I. But the first one was dope.
The squeakquel.
Yeah.
It was an indie movie with a sequel. That's rare, right?
Well, it's a
Yeah.
horror, so that's not rare.
Horrors be getting sequels.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Did you see the one with Mark Duplass and what's his name and Ray Romano? Did you guys see that one? Super indie.
No.
That's
what it's called. It's called Super Indie?
Where
No,
do you
it-
watch these?
It's on Netflix. I can't remember the title of it though, but it is very. It's like those emotion. It's just emotional. You cry. They make you cry, and it feels good.
I need Jackie Chan.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like a little disgusted that you've seen all of them and none of Game of Thrones. I mean, that's you're trying real hard to be alt and edgy, and it's not working, dog.
Oh.
It's a tale of two budgets, really. Low budget and big budget, baby.
Well, yeah, you got to know
Adam,
them
the
all.
game on?
Yeah, Adam, what's going on in the game? 'Cause I feel like you're
Adam's
projecting.
just saying words to Kyle, looking up above this. He's like, yeah,
projecting.
you're...
Well, here's what's happening, guys. I've worked all day. I'm a big Clippers fan. I have had season.
Oh, you worked all day. Here we
and
go.
he also just picked up his microphone. It's getting real.
No, I've had it. I've been holding it, but
Okay, but it's higher.
All right, there are no jokes allowed right
It's
now.
now
All right,
higher.
Here we go.
I've had season tickets for 7 or 8 years now, and
Doesn't know.
it's a lot of money that I've invested and a lot of time I've invested watching the Clippers. They finally made the Western Conference Finals. Game 3, it's a big deal. The only time that we could do the podcast is right now. So what I'm doing is I'm double dipping.
There we go.
This is what I have to do. I have to watch the Clippers and talk to my friends during the podcast, and this is what's happening. And the Clippers are up 1.
Yeah. They're going to lose,
All
right?
right.
I'm not. I'm just watching. I'm not crying. I'm just watching.
Seems like you want to cry.
I do. I think that they're going to win this one. I don't know if they're going to win this series. Chris Paul is back, and
Is he back tonight?
he's back tonight.
Oh,
It's a
you guys,
big
we got to
deal.
go watch this game. We got to go watch this game.
I agree, Durs. I would have loved that if you guys would have said that an hour ago, but we're
All
here
right,
now.
Yeah.
take backs, apologies, and compliments.
I got no
What do we got?
because I don't want to do
Um,
this on the weekend, and that's...
Oh, we want to get into the scheduling nightmare?
This week was a scheduling nightmare for us because we're all twerking, we're all working and twerking, and it was a lot to get this one in this week because our fans need it.
Yeah, they
It's
do.
Tuesday.
We're not
here for you.
They're taking their kids to work.
Yeah.
They're working in their machine shops.
Yeah.
They
Yep.
work. They're working at
Truck
their dentist
drivers.
office.
Yeah.
They're,
Where my truck drivers
they're-
at?
With the truck drivers, the open heart surgeons. They need it to
yes.
get through their days.
Adam, I like that you led off with they're taking their kids to work, which is pretty cool.
Right.
I'm a fan of parents dropping the kids off at work.
Dude, next.
Our listeners live at home and their mom does drop them off. at Walmart.
You do know that next Tuesday, is Take Your Kid to Work Day nationally.
But I don't think that means you drive them to work. I think they bring them to work with you.
You bring them to work with you.
Hey, real quick, this is kind of I got a question, kind of a question for everybody. So back to work. I worked yesterday with Mark Evan Jackson, who did a couple episodes of Workaholics.
Funny guy.
And he's super funny dude. He's been on like almost everything. And he was saying like so often young men come up to him and say, "This thing's not going to suck itself," which is a line that he said on our show. And this is like super straight-laced guy. So I was wondering if you guys can think of, even with Snapchat memory, who we gave like the worst case scenario role to, where like people come up to them and are like quoting the worst fucking line ever.
Probably Just Anna. Probably the girl who played Just Anna, and they're like talking about slapping their pussy to her.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's.
I don't remember. There's so much of the show that I don't remember.
Yeah.
Like after season 2, I do not remember 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 at all. Like I'll see photos.
It's like Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, kinda. Well, like people will all the time say something to me that's way off the cuff, and I'm like, oh, am I about to fight a man? Like they'll just say some shit that I'm just like
what?
It's so I couldn't even tell you. It's just way out of bounds, and I'm just like, I don't.
All right, we'll imagine it.
No, and they're like, "That's you said that. Yeah, that's you." And I'm like, "What?"
Right.
I'm quoting.
And then they have to like back explain, and then they're disappointed, and I'm like, "I'm sorry. We said a lot of shit in that show. There's a lot of stuff." And you never know what someone's gonna like. You know that they're gonna grab a hold of like the big catchphrases, the tight buttholes,
You're ready for that.
the let's go, those kind of things.
Right.
But like
hit me-
the deep cuts, it's because it's like when you watch a show with a group of friends, like one little thing might stick out to you guys, and then you say that to each other all the time. And then you come to us
science.
and we don't know what you're talking about a lot of times.
Well, I sent you guys that photo the other day. I forgot we dressed the Vo up like Falcor from fucking Never Ending Story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forgot.
That, like, I totally forgot that. That shit looked cool as fuck, dude.
Yeah, it did.
Which one was that? That was like it was
That was a
80s
trivia
Day or
night.
something?
Yeah, it was
that's
the
right.
one with Chester Tam in it.
Oh, shout out Chester Tam.
Tambourine,
what a
man.
legend.
Over back.
Give him Overback. Give Overback his flowers.
Give Chester Tam his flowers, man.
Man.
Well, that's Chester Tam. To explain, he was like a friend of the guys from Loney Island.
Yeah.
And
He was a staple in all their, even in Hot Rod, he's the dude who's just dancing all the time.
yeah, and he was their homie, and he was in a lot of their sketches, and he's a funny guy. He's a writer now, and he what sketch was it that he said Overback?
Where they like put their fingers in each other's mouth. I don't even know. If
Yeah, it's him and who's the director with one name? It's like
Romansky.
Oh, yeah.
Romansky. It's him and Romansky, and they like are eating cheeseburgers or something, and Romansky like has something on his like lip or like right in the corner of his mouth, and he's like, and Chester's like, "Hey, you got something on your mouth," but it's kind of like dubbed, kind of weird.
Yeah, it's got weird ADR, yeah.
And he's like, "Where is it?" And he's like, "Right here." He's like, "No, over back."
He says over back, and it was the funniest thing I'd ever heard in my life.
And that's the exact thing that I'm talking about, where it's like we took a hold of Overback.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
I still say Overback.
Right.
Yes.
It just in my life where I'm like Overback, and no one finds it funny. It's just a thing that I say that I took from him. Like no one. It's not like a funny joke or anything, and no one gets it.
You got to put it in your wedding speech.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I'll say Overback.
If you walked up to either of those dudes and said, Overback, right? Overback, be like, what the fuck is
Oh,
your...
yeah.
Right.
You're
That'd be like,
what?
I think I have.
Exactly. And I think that's exactly this a perfect explanation of what happens to us sometimes when someone comes up to us and it's like Overback, but our version of that, and we're like,
Yeah.
Here's what's fucking cool though, is that if Overback catches on from the podcast,
And it comes back.
yes, and then if people find Romansky or Chester Tam and they're like, "Yo, Overback," and they're like,
and they're
We
like,
need to
from this is important.
From a sketch you did? Yeah.
What is
from
that?
This is important.
Is that shit still on YouTube?
Yeah.
What would that be called on YouTube?
Over back.
Over back?
No,
No, it is
like
not.
Burger something.
There's
It's got to be
no-
up.
It would be like on the Lonely Island website, dude. That was like
Do they still have one?
Let's give the Lonely Island their flowers because
Yeah.
they
give it
were the
up.
very first sketch group that we were working with. Kyle's friend that was helping us edit one of our early videos, and he was like, knew these guys when I went to school in Berkeley that are now going to be on SNL. And we were like, holy shit, that's awesome. He's like, yeah, they have videos online. Check them out. And he queued up YouTube. And first of all, we'd never seen YouTube. It was the first time any of us had seen YouTube. And he played, I think it was like Stork Patrol or something.
Yeah.
We had seen them before YouTube.
right.
Oh,
They
really?
had a website and they were like killing it at this monthly or weekly
Oh, Channel 101.
Channel 101 that Dan
Yes.
Harmon created.
Yeah, Dan Harmon. I think Schraub too.
And Jack Black? Was Jack Black?
And they were
involved?
killing it there. But then when they had Lazy Sunday is when like YouTube really fucking exploded.
Well, I forgot all about Channel 101. That was like a forum that you would go and screen your short film.
We win a few times.
And people would vote on the
Right.
And if you won the vote, then you had to make another episode the next month or week.
Yeah, probably month. Yeah.
But I remember for Lonely Island, seeing Stork Patrol, I think was the video that I saw. And I was like, first of all, I was like, oh, this video is hilarious. These guys are hilarious. But then also I was like, holy shit, what is this platform that you can just push play and a video will actually, this is how old we are, that a video will actually play. Because what we were doing is we were uploading QuickTime files, links,
Just emailing it to people, yeah.
and sending it to people. And then people would have to wait like 20 minutes to watch our like 5-minute long video. And it sucked and no one did it.
Well, to be fair, nobody watched our shit even when we got onto YouTube.
True. Do you remember when we went to the SNL after party and I almost got in a fight with Andy Samberg?
Yeah, it was a weird shouting match of two people not listening to each other.
It was like music was super loud. Jillian was writing for SNL that season. Remember, it was the season we were writing
right.
Workaholics, and we weren't sure if Jillian was going to be able to do it because she's now a writer on SNL, and we weren't sure if scheduling was going to work out.
We went
And
to go
she-
give her flowers.
Yes, and she invited us to come stay with her for the weekend and go to like the SNL after parties with her and stuff. And we're like, oh, hell yeah. And so we go to New York to visit Jillian, and we go to the after party, and Andy Samberg's there, and we're all fans, and it was cool. And she introduces us, and the music's loud, and he's sitting across the table, and Jillian goes, Andy, this is my friend Adam. Adam, this is Andy. And I go, hey, I'm Adam. And he goes, no, I'm Andy. It's Andy. And I go, I know, I'm Adam. And he's like, it's Andy. It's Andy. And I'm like, I know you're Andy. I'm Adam.
Right.
And he's like, I'm Andy. And it was like, that went back and forth. And I was like, I know you're Andy.
Jillian runs back in. What is happening?
Jillian like went to the bar and came back, and we're like, he's standing up, we're yelling. I'm like, I know you're Andy.
I'm like, what is happening?
Fuck you, asshole.
Shut up.
And then we had the same agent at that time, and my agent called me that next week when we were back in the writer's room at Workaholics, and he was like, hey, Andy called me and said that you guys almost got in a fist fight because he misheard you and thought you were calling him Adam.
I didn't know it got that real.
Yeah. And then he was like, yeah, he just wanted to, and actually we squashed it there. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. People call me Adam all the time. It just bugs me. I thought you were doing it to like shit on me. And I'm like, oh no.
I thought you were quoting an old YouTube video. I got fucking pissed, bro.
Back. Adam Overback.
To be fair, like we also went to another. Why were we at that other SNL after party?
Well,
When
that
we
was
were
the
like-
after.
There's the after.
Well, there was the one when it like Kyle Mooney was in the cast, and we came in really hot. We're like, let's take Jaeger shots, and Kyle's like, okay, like you
Right.
could tell he wasn't super thrilled about taking Jaeger shots, but he was still.
I think Beck Bennett was down there, right?
Dude, Beck was down.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. And that was the after party. I was lit. Like, I don't know. I haven't been that drunk in forever. And like, I literally was like carried out of that party. And I remember talking to John Hamm. Like, he was talking with some band. I'm blanking on the name. They wore cool hats. They're really tall. Arcade Fire.
Yes,
it was Arcade
the lead
Fire.
singer is huge.
And they're in a circle, and I like just chum up with them and like try to get in the conversation, but I'm so drunk. And I just remember I'm a fan of Mad Men. So like I'm a fan of John Hamm.
Great show.
And his look, thank you, Durs. His look of disappointment. John Hamm has the best look of like, I'm so disappointed in you. Right. You're such a piece of shit. Look.
I'm moving on.
Yeah. And he just looked at me in that look, and it was like I was on the show. I loved it. I didn't back down. I just stayed in the pocket, like, look at him go.
He fucking drapered me.
Like, I didn't have the wherewithal to go, like, you know what? I should exit out of this circle.
You thought you were watching a TV show? He's like, I'm looking at you so hard. Please walk away.
He's like, just like, disgusted by me. And I'm like, wow, there it is.
Over back.
It.
Wow, he is talented. Look at him. Over back.
There's that Draper stare.
Stop saying that.
That's my thing.
Those SNL parties are pretty wild because they just go so late. That New York lifestyle, man. You stay out all night, and we don't know how to pace ourselves either.
No, we don't know how.
Who does that? Who does that?
Well, they're all working all day, and then
so they're not drinking. We're drinking all day, and then getting there, and it starts at like 2 a.m. So we've been drinking, for a solid 4 or 5 hours probably. Right. And I went once with Chloe. We were in New York. And I got invited to the after party, and we were there sitting, and I know a bunch of the writers and some of the cast and stuff, so we're like talking with a lot of the younger people, and we're sitting in a chair.
Nice.
And Chloe laughs, and this is important for the story, so we're sitting in the chairs, and she laughs and clocks her head back, like gives a classic big Chloe laugh, and she rocks someone in the dick, and he goes, "Oh, man!" And we look up, it's Chris Rock. Chris Rock was visiting, and she just rocked Chris Rock's fucking nutsack. Chris Rock's cock. Thank you, Durs.
Rock's cock.
Yes. Points.
The Rock's cock, baby.
And that's what's so fun about those after parties. It's just weird shit that would never happen in life would happen at those after parties.
It's cool that you think that it wasn't on purpose. She was trying to upgrade.
She did lead with her tongue.
He's newly single. Right. Whoa, you okay? I'll be fine.
I just accidentally chorged him.
Chorging.
Oh, Google it.
Google it. Hey, that's from an episode
Google
of
it.
Workaholics.
Yeah, didn't you say that in an episode?
Yeah.
Google it. Yeah.
You Google it?
I tell Bill to Jillian was chorging you, and I'm like, Google it, and I walk away, and then I think people did Google it, and indeed, if you want to now, Google chorg.
Another chance.
Yeah. Isn't there a new word? There's a new word for it. That gawk. I keep seeing gawk.
Oh, so hey, by the way, I just looked up chorg, and the first video is from Workaholics, and it's
Nice.
called Workaholics. Hey, what's chorg?
What?
Yeah.
I'm glad we put chorg on the map.
It's cool because that's amazing because it says in that clip to Google it, and then you Google it and you just find that again.
Yeah, you find that clip.
It's a circle.
Dude,
oh my
Maybe we made it up.
The internet is undefeated.
Where did we hear the word chorging?
I don't know.
It was a whole. That's just.
Is that a soundbite? Do you have a chorg soundbite? What is going on?
It's Ace Ventura, right?
No,
what
it's
is
Steve
that?
Carell from Bruce Almighty when he starts to control him, and he's
Okay.
like,
I like that better than you took an actual chorging sound
Bro,
from the
totally.
internet. That would have been a little grotesque.
Too
no,
much.
this just sounds
Yeah.
like it.
It does sound like it, yeah, but it... Yikes.
I like it.
If I start pulling porno sounds, we're in trouble.
I mean, we never showed the clip of Lisa Ann doing the face. God damn it. Anna, we got to find that. I'm sorry, Mom. We got to post that one. It's a comedy classic.
It might be hard to track down. You're going to have to do something.
I guarantee you it's super easy. Legendary.
I feel like he already has that downloaded.
Let me see how fast I can get it. Ready? Go.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
This is pretty cool. You pit two dudes who swear they're really good at porno, and you give a very specific
Good at porno.
You give a specific clip, and then you 3, 2, 1, and they race to find the clip.
Are you good at
it? He just pulled it up. He just pulled it up, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, that was less than 20 seconds. That was less than 20 seconds.
Oh my god.
That was like 15 seconds.
Yeah. Here's what I googled. Spelled her name wrong. Lisa Ann doesn't have an E, I guess. Lisa Ann thumb in butt face. Wham.
Wow, hey, there's yolk on my face. My boy is quick with
He's
it.
good at porno.
He's so good
I
at
can't
it.
find this.
I'm sorry, Mama.
I can't find this Chester Tam fucking YouTube video, and you can pull up a porn thumbnail.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
God damn, man.
I'm sorry, Mama.
After that, I got no takebacks today.
Yeah,
Anybody else have any
absolutely.
takebacks, apologies, giveaways?
Oh my gosh.
I don't. I'm willing to say that I stand by everything. I'm sorry. I will say that I'm sorry. I'm a little disconnected. This is a big game for me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mom. I was just saying stuff early on, and the audience is gonna know.
What's
They're
the
gonna
score?
say Adam's
No,
not
it
that
feels about the
invested.
same.
What's the score?
Thank you, Kyle.
Yeah.
It's
It's all good.
21-29 Clippers, so we're up 8. It's just started the second quarter, so I will get to watch a lot of basketball.
How about
and
that
I'm
last
happy
game?
about it.
The inbound pass for the oop. That was
Game 2 is
crazy.
going to go down as one of the best games in Western Conference history.
Right.
It was gnarly.
And the pass was good, by the way. The pass, there's a different angle I saw where he really threaded it right past the backboard. Crowder?
Here's
Jay
something-
Crowder passing it over Boogie Cousins, had inches to spare. If he messed it up in any one direction, it was just going to clank off the backboard or clank off Boogie Cousins' hand.
Chloe posted a video of your reaction in real time going like, oh, fuck. And I'm like, I need that for the soundboard. I wasn't kidding. I need it for the soundboard. That shit was
I'm sure she could
so
give it to you.
pure. That
It
was the
so
purest
real.
fuck I've ever heard.
I actually was like a little bit like, I don't, because, I don't want people to see me like actually mad, but no, it was real, It was real.
You
I
don't
was
want people to see you actually mad?
Well, yeah, I don't want to be like, people be like, that Adam's an angry guy or something at home, because I'm not normally. It's just,
Turn the camera off!
The truth is out.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay to feel, man.
That's
Good job
why I
for you
love
for feeling.
sports. It allows a window
It
into
does.
your anger.
It does. It brings it out of you. These Clippers, they tug at my heartstrings every damn year.
And I will say that reality TV also brings out the anger sometimes. That's why we love it. Reality
They didn't
TV.
fix the Camaro up to Kyle's liking. Fucking sucks.
Yeah, they should have just went with the patina coat. Come on now. Look good, baby.
Oh, now he's dropping knowledge.
Sucks.
Yeah, baby.
Okay. Next step, we're going deep diving in cars.
Look, I'll say I'm sorry for shitting on Game of Thrones. I know
Okay.
it's a lot of people's favorite show. It didn't click with me. Part of me is so bored out of my mind that I might just give it not a rewatch, but pick up where I left off in like season 4 or something like that.
Oh, so you really gave it a shot. You watched three whole seasons?
Yes, and I was like, am I really gonna keep going for 4 more seasons?
Yeah, it's just not your thing. I wouldn't go back to it.
I never saw Sopranos, which is a damn crime, and I think I'm gonna watch that.
Sopranos is pretty slow too, though. Like, I think you just don't like slow.
Well, it's like when it's an event and a week, you look forward to that hour. When you have to catch up, now you have to do 8 hours of slow ass fucking
But Kyle,
TV.
I was
dude.
just
It
talking.
sucks.
I was just talking about how me and you, it was like me and Kyle when we watched like 6 seasons of The Shield together, and we would call it going to work. We'd be like,
I know.
hey, you ready to clock in? And it was like 10 o'clock in the morning, and then we'd watch all day long until like 6, 7 o'clock.
Smoke hella weed.
I think that was because you guys were unemployed. Was the joke?
True. It's
Not
very
like it was
true.
work to watch it. It was like, hey, let's make this a joke because we don't have
Yeah,
jobs.
because then it was like, oh, you want to do overtime? You want to do the 9th episode? Let's put in an hour of overtime.
and
It
that's
was a
cute and
joke.
funny, Adam.
Yeah. But now we have real jobs and real families, and I just don't have the time.
Yeah, I
Okay?
think I don't have like a real family yet, so I think I do.
The Shield is fucking
God.
awesome.
Yeah, it's
The
nice.
Shield's the
I love
best.
it.
Never seen
The
that
Shield is
one.
crack, dude. That show, it basically set Breaking Bad up to do what it did.
Oh, hell yeah, it did.
I know. I kept telling Walton Goggins because he's on the Righteous Gemstones,
Right.
and
You keep calling them Walter Gargoyles.
Conan and Walter Goggins.
Conan and Walter.
Walton Goggins, and I was like, I think I geeked out way too hard on him
Yeah.
at first. I was like, oh my god, the shield, and he's like, yeah,
Well, he
man,
was cool,
okay.
dude. He was a
Yeah,
cool
he's way
character.
cool.
He was pretty evil. Like,
Yeah.
fucking Mackie, you were like, dude, you're working for your kid. I know. It's fucking
I think
tough.
here's what I'll say for Game of Thrones. There's probably 3 characters that I liked, and the rest were kind of just like there, right? Whereas I liked everybody on the Shield. Fucking brought it. Even like the shitty
Hell
dude
yeah.
who strangled that cat. He was.
Oh, he was
you hated
great.
him,
Dutch.
but he was so watchable.
Dutch.
Yeah, but you put them all together, they don't equal Jon Snow, baby. Jon Snow.
Is that the main guy? I don't know who
Yeah,
that
it's
is.
not
Okay.
Dutch.
It
It's
is.
not
And
Dutch.
Blake, now you're flip flopping.
Blake, have you seen it? You would have loved this scene. This was Dutch trying to get in the mind of a serial killer, and he fucking strangled a cat.
Like serial killers.
Because he wanted to do it so bad. It was
I
so
mean,
fucking good.
what's his name is good. Fucking. How do I? Little person. What is his name? Fucking.
What's the fuck's his name? Walter Goggins.
No.
Walter Gargoyle.
From fucking Game of Thrones. He's super watchable.
Yeah, I know. What is that guy's name?
He's awesome. Fuck.
Anyways,
Well said. And that was
Apologize to that guy.
fuck you! I won't do what you tell me.
This is important.
This dude just did this.